Evan Ginzburg, back with another edition of Evan Ginzburg's Legends TV. And that echo you heard was the presence of the returning Steve Ludwig. How are you?
Fine. Thank you, Evan. No.
There you go. And I know you've had a rough week. Our condolences on the loss of your beloved mother-in-law.
Yeah, thanks, Evan. First of all, I want to thank you, Mrs. Ginzburg, everyone here at Madhouse TV, for all the kind wishes you sent my family's way. Yeah, my mother-in-law, Eva DeCaro, she was a month shy of 91. She lived a very good life. She was really like a second mom to me. My mother passed in '04, and Mom DeCaro kind of took her place for me. She was just a beautiful woman. And I also want to thank John Winnell. Last week he sat in and he did such a marvelous job, unsurprisingly, but it was still so nice of him to be here. So I just appreciate everything that everyone's done and all the kind wishes. You find out really how sweet people are, not that you don't know beforehand, but you know, it's just a nice feeling to know everyone's there for you.
And I saw on Facebook you had like 100 people sending condolences, so that says something about you and your wife and your mother-in-law.
Yeah, and about my good friends too.
Sure,
good family and friends. They really, everyone pulls together when you're in time of need. So, you know, she lived a good life and she made all of our lives so much better. So we miss her, but she wasn't well at the end, so it was for the best.
They say you can judge the success of a person by how many people are at their funerals. It's, you know, it's indicative of how much people love somebody. You could have some billionaire at a funeral, and there's 3 people there, and they're all fighting over the guy's money.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, there was a lot of love and warmth at the wake, and just overall, it was just it's a nice warm feeling, and it certainly helped my wife Sue and her brother Larry, my brother-in-law, and my father-in-law through it too, to know everyone was with us. So thanks for mentioning that.
Sure. And once again, we want to send out condolences to James Grover. Mm-hmm. He lost his mother. James, of course, is with Edwin Vasquez Musica. They have not been here the past few weeks, but they will be returning in the near future. And James lost his mother and his uncle recently. So, you know, we here in the New York arts community, we think of ourselves as a family, and when somebody in the family passes, I think they should be acknowledged. My dad was a New York City cab driver for 27 years, and he always said to me, as long as somebody does a hard, honest day's work, you should respect them and honor them and acknowledge them. And he used to say, somebody has to clean the floor. Somebody has to scrub the toilet, you know, and you respect that person because they're honest.
That is so true.
And so we want to acknowledge your mother-in-law. Tell us a little about her.
Well, she and my father-in-law, they lived in New Jersey, but they own their own embroidery shop for about 25 years in Ginzburg, New Jersey, for anyone in Hudson County. And then they retired. They moved down to a retirement home in Toms River, New Jersey. And my father-in-law, Sal, my mother-in-law, Eva, and their little pug, Jem, they've been living, they lived happily for the last 14 years with Jem, but they've been down there since '85. And, you know, my father-in-law, God bless him, he's doing the best he can. But she was a great cook. She was Italian, so right away, you know, the food's a given. But she was just a beautiful, loving person. And she'll be missed, but what she left behind is certainly going to last forever.
So we're going to dedicate this show to her.
Well, thank you.
And by the way, my grandmother from Poland was named Eva, and she came to this country in the 1920s, and she worked in a factory, and she was sewing one day, and the sewing machine went right through her hand, and my grandfather was a butcher, and my father was a taxi driver, as I said. So, you know, I come from a blue-collar background. I'm the first person in my family to have graduated college. And anybody that knocks immigrants, you know, ask them where their grandparents came from.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. I think Native Americans are the only true Americans, you know, full-bred Americans. You know, my mother-in-law, she always loved to have fun. I know she wouldn't want us to mourn her death, but celebrate her death. So I appreciate talking about her. I know she loved this show. So
We lost a fan.
we lost.
We lost a viewer.
So now the viewership's going to go down by 1, but no. She's watching wherever she is.
Well, we are going to have fun. We're going to have SoSoon and Johnie Loftus. They're going to do a killer set of music. And
If it's anything, if the ride over is any indication of what it's going to be like, SoSoon and Johnny are two nicely, in the nicest sense of the word, two nutty guys. So.
yeah, and geniuses in their own right.
Oh, definitely geniuses. Or is that genii? Genii? No, geniuses.
I have no idea.
Me either.
Yes.
Trying to sound profound.
There you go. And tell us a little about the radio show. You keep having huge names on.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Thanks so much. It's called Steve Ludwig's Classic Pop Culture. You can listen to it on planetludwig.com. This Tuesday we have one of the original MTV VJs, Nina Blackwood. She just co-authored a new book with her other original VJs. One of the Neville brothers, Cyril Neville, has a brand new CD out. He's going to be on the show. And Harry Nielsen, who passed away years ago.
Won't be on the show.
Will not be on the
Right.
show. Even though the show is live, Harry Nielsen will not be there.
Right.
But in spirit, he will be. He's always been one of my favorite singer-songwriters. And a gentleman, Alan Shipton, just wrote a biography, the first full-length biography on Harry Nielsen. And Mr. Shipton is also a jazz player in his own right. So 3 really excellent guests coming up this Tuesday. We have, all different generations. We have Bobby Vinton coming up October 1st.
There you
Just
go.
a little bit of everything for everybody. So thank you. I appreciate
Sure.
it. You know, Evan, too, I wanted to mention, I didn't bring it with me this week because I tried to model it a couple weeks ago, and I understand people were literally
yeah.
throwing up their breakfast when I modeled the T-shirt. But we do have really nice T-shirts. If people want to go to legendstv.net. It's the nice logo of this show on the front, and you were nice enough to let me put my radio logo on the back. So, legendstv.net has 2 holes for the arms, a hole for the head.
Imagine that.
Big hole in the bottom. It's like a
Something
regular
new.
T-shirt.
It's like a new creation.
Yeah, it's like this new wave T-shirt.
There you
But
go.
they can get that. You know, I noticed too. Last couple of weeks, you have these. I saw this documentary. You have
Mr.
to share
Cameraman
this.
Zoom, as the Iron Sheik would say. This is the documentary that I produced, Teresa Sario Alive Again, featuring Gary Sinise. And you can get all the details at aliveagainmovie.com. Very powerful, award-winning documentary. Teresa lost her leg and has been singing for for wounded warriors and trauma victims. And check it out, folks. I think you'll enjoy it. And this is my book, Apartment 4B, like in Brooklyn, about the turbulent East Flatbush, Brooklyn of the 1960s and 70s and all the pop culture icons of the era. Bruce Lee, Clint Eastwood, spaghetti westerns, kung fu movies, etc., so on. And old school fans, you'll enjoy this.
Jackie Onassis.
Yeah, absolutely. Jackie Onassis, etc., so on.
I did. I'm sorry. I did forget something, and I hope the audience understands. But with my radio show, I do want to thank the sponsors because they paid for my airtime. I just wanted to mention ascomics.com, abcmoversandshakers.com, and flacocoquito.com. That's the healthier rum.
There you go.
Evan, if you drink responsibly, but if you're going to drink, go with Flaco Coquito. And I really appreciate them. I wouldn't have the airtime if not for them.
There you go. And we're usually drinking that Flaco Coquito right before the show, which says something about our demeanor.
It usually shows, I think, by about
Joking.
the 11:45 mark.
Joking.
Right, we drink it during the show, not before. You're right.
And just to get the plugs out of the way, I just want to briefly say that I had Burt Ward, Robin the Boy Wonder, on Legends Radio the other night, legendsradio.net.
Heard the interview. Excellent interview.
Thank you. And he has 45 dogs in his house that he's saving, so interesting guy.
Or rather, the 45 dogs let him live in their house.
That's right.
It's more like it with whenever you have a pet.
You know, if I had to live with 45 people, it would be like a murder-suicide, but dogs are better than people in general.
They love unconditionally.
That's right.
It's like when you come home, it's like you're home for the first time. Every time you come home, it's like they jumping all over you there. Yep.
Yeah.
I love dogs.
Yeah, dogs are...
I love animals, but dogs are something.
Dogs are beautiful creatures, and we're going to end this segment by showing a very poignant photo. your mother-in-law with your wife, and we're just going to, savor that for a second or two, and right after that, we'll be back with SoSoon and Johnie Loftus.
Thank you. Thank you. And again, thank you, everybody. Thanks, Evan.
This is Beth.
Hi.
Oh, congratulations. When are you due?
I'm not pregnant.
Oh, look at that. Excuse me.
You're totally thin.
You look very sexy.
For life's bleachable moments, all it takes is 3/4 of a cup.
Are you planning an event and want to include entertainment, but you're not sure where to turn? Act1Entertainment.net has provided over 1,500 events with quality, affordable live entertainment at private parties, corporate affairs, festivals, bike rallies, and more. Act 1 will fit into your budget. They're friendly, reliable, and do all the legwork for you. They take all major credit cards. Log on to Act1Entertainment.net for a free, no-obligation price quote, or call 631-758-3505 for a brochure. You'll be happy you did.
Eva, one of our 4 million owners, has her cat insured with Folksam. This one is for you.
I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar. See me running through that open door. I believe I can fly.
Visit folksam.se and tell us what makes your heart beat faster.
You know you already want a Toyota, but when you want more from your Toyota store, you want Smithtown Toyota, where every Toyota comes with Smithtown Toyota's Toyota for Life program, giving you lifetime New York State inspections, lifetime 10% discounts on all parts and service, 2 years of complimentary oil changes, 2 years of scheduled maintenance, and more, all at no cost to you, plus low clear-out deals on every Toyota in stock. Get more from your Toyota store. Hurry to Smithtown Toyota.
One resident describes her horrifying experience when she first realized the complex was on fire.
I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Well, I woke up to go give me a cold pop. Then I thought somebody was barbecuing. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Jesus, 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 it's a fire. Oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Jesus, 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 Jesus. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that.
All right, Evan Ginzburg back with Legends TV, and we are honored to be joined with hip-hop artist SoSoon, as well as percussionist, producer, Johnie Loftus. How are you today? There you go. There you go.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. How you guys doing?
Doing it right. Thank
And
you.
I notice you guys have like conflicting teams on your on your hat. What's that all about?
I'm glad you asked, Evan.
Yeah.
That's a good question. I just got to set the record straight. Culturally speaking, as a black man, we wear fitted hats for fashion. We do wear them for teams.
Yeah.
I'm not a Cardinals fan by a long shot. We wear hats for color schemes and fashion a lot of times. So it goes with my sneaker wear and my Levi's shirt. So the blue and the red. So that's why I'm not a big Yankees hat fan.
If
it's
you
just
notice,
too
he's still
bland
wearing the
for me.
sticker on his.
It's too, that's another cultural thing. We
That's a
tend to keep
cultural
our
thing.
stickers on,
Yeah.
just to confirm the authenticity of the clothing.
Yeah.
Just, this is just things we do.
Now
Glad we cleared that up.
yeah.
Right.
Now that I've gotten that profoundly important question out of the way,
That's about as profound as the show's going to get. You guys know, if you're looking for anything more than that, forget
Listen.
that's right. That's right. So soon, tell us what your name stands for. I know, but the viewers don't.
SoSoon is an acronym for sound of something out of nothing.
I did not know that, by the way.
I hope you're BSing.
I did
really.
not know that. I thought so soon was like so soon to arrive on the scene or something.
Oh my goodness. So, I mean, for our viewing audience, I'm sure it's pretty clear that this gentleman and I know one another. So I'm a bit taken aback that he didn't know that. But I came up with the name because I wanted to come up with something that was representative of hip-hop culture. And it comes from the South Bronx, New York, where the people living there at that time had nothing and, made something out of it. And so literally sounded something out of nothing. So
That's great.
How long have you been rapping, singing? That's what I thought. I wasn't sure.
I've been performing as a hip hop artist now for 13 years.
Can I show my ignorance? Is there a difference between hip hop and rap?
It depends on who you speak to. I'd say in an entertainment sense, yes. What most people will say is that hip hop is the real, the authentic music, like I guess whatever it was meant to be from the essence, which was about kind of being a cross between socially conscious but also having fun. And rap is kind of more just kind of like silly stuff, more the commercial stuff nowadays. I don't know if I particularly see a difference because I feel like hip hop as a culture has always invited so many different influences in. And so I think the thing that people get upset about nowadays is the lack of balance. That's where I think the problem lies in it personally. And then so now they want to separate, well, this is pure hip hop versus, oh, this is rap. That's that bullshit over there. You know what I mean? But, if we can find a way to have more of a balance in a commercial, then I think that can be alleviated that much quicker.
Kind of like, it's almost blend, somewhere in the middle there.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
But there are some purists, I guess, rap and some purists hip hop. But mostly I think we'll find it kind of right.
Exactly.
Which is really kind of the case with all styles of music anyway, when you think about it.
Absolutely.
If you go through the early jazz guys back in like the dance band days, let's say the 30s and the 40s, jazz was really revolved around dance band music, where you had 18-piece big bands and you had a jazz singer and then playing very simple, danceable kind of music, and that was that. And then, 50s and 60s, guys started doing kind of, more jazz combo stuff, small group stuff. Some stuff started, trios, quartets, quintets. Things started getting a little more about improvisation. It really wasn't dance music. It was a little more cutting edge. So, of course, what's going to happen with the dance band guys? There's going to be criticism of this new jazz at the time. What is this crazy music that Miles Davis is playing, And then it progresses on through rock is the same thing.
Absolutely.
So.
But I feel like that speaks to the generational gaps between all music genres, popular music, so on and so forth.
Absolutely.
Like the hip hop I was growing up on it's different to an extent from today, but it's not really that different when you look at it from its basic principles. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
But then what happens is you get older, it sounds foreign. Whether it be the music form or within that music genre itself, it just begins to sound foreign and not what you found authentic, and then you just kind of shun it. It's like, that's that, you know, that's that whack stuff. It's corny. It's not real. It's not. That's what
That's the stuff
constantly
my
happens. It's not
parents
real.
listen to.
You know, and then the conversation. And imagine having a conversation with somebody coming up now, a teenager now. And the reason why I laughed when you asked me how long I've been performing is because the huge thing with me that nobody ever guesses that I'm actually 30 years of age, and you know I look young as God knows what.
Yeah, you bum.
But it's funny because I teach now. I teach hip hop history essentially, and having conversations with kids, engaging their minds about who they know and who they don't know. And I try to be very mindful of those. Well, when I was growing up, it was this person, that person. You don't know who they are. Like, who do they have exposing them to it?
Well,
I didn't get into jazz until I kind of got into it on my own desire, just literally a few years ago. Like really, just learning how to be a student of the music genre. It's part of my history as an artist. It's something I felt like I should know. But it's very similarly, I didn't have anybody to tell me, oh, these were the greats. Like I know the names, but if you throw a tune on, I may not know that's a Miles Davis song, and I feel ashamed, you know what I mean? But so that's what I'm trying to do now with the students that I deal with is kind of get them ahead of the game so that they understand the history that they come from.
So what role do parents have in instilling culture and teaching the history and arts to their children? Because, I think parents tend to use TV and video games as a babysitter, and how about taking the kid by the hand and introducing the kid to some good music or theater or film? What's your take on that as artist?
It's really huge because, part of it kind of falls back to what we were talking about originally with the idea of, this is what each person connects with musically speaking. It seems like people are going to connect with the genre of music that they grew up with, right? So if I were to ask you, hey, what was your favorite band when you were in high school? And you could name
P-Funk,
right? You could say P-Funk, right? You can start slamming out names. But then if I were to ask you, okay, so what are can you give me 5 current rap or pop artists today, or who's got selling the most records today? You might stumble for a minute because you're going to always have more of an emotional attachment to what you grew up with.
Sure.
Because that's when, you're a teenager, you're finding out who you are, and you're always going to be listening to music to try to have some kind of connection to help you figure out who you are and so on and so forth. Then you become an adult, and then it's more about working and responsibility and jobs.
Exactly.
So you don't really listen to music now.
Exactly.
And you really can't connect with that kind of music now, per se. So as a parent, it's really important not only to be able to educate your children about what's going on now, but you really have to educate yourself first, and say, okay, who is current, musically speaking? What's going on with the arts now? What's going on with theater? What's going on with pop music and pop news? I need to know this now so I can speak to my child.
Exactly.
And also speak to them about what I came up with. Speak to them about what my parents came up with. You have to be able to kind of do all of those.
Just raise them to be culturally diverse. I feel like I was raised by my mother and my grandmother, and they played what they played in the house, which was primarily R&B. So I grew up on R&B, but then I'm also an only child from my mother, so hip hop was obviously the music of my generation, and my mom listened to a little jazz, but there wasn't a proactive scenario in which she was sitting me down and saying, well, these are the legends. This is the music we came up from. And I just, everybody's different, you know what I mean? But I feel like it's important to be in tune to what's going on culturally, what's going on before you, so on and so forth. I'll tell you a quick funny story. Hanging around with this hooligan over here to my right. We were working on some music at his place a few months ago, and I noticed he had a lamp, and the top of the lamp has, actually, I can't show you from there, Evan, but it has this symbol on it, which is an African Ndinkra symbol for a term named Sankofa, which essentially means knowing your past in order to determine your future. And he had this symbol on a lamp, and I saw it, and I was like, "You have Sankofa on your lamp." He was like, "What are you talking about?" But he doesn't know anything.
Yeah.
He just knows drums. That's it. He's got his degree from St. John's University, but he doesn't know shit.
Johnny is supposed to say, "Yeah, I know."
But no, in all seriousness, I think that we have to have a Sankofa approach for the generations coming up behind us. And I by a long shot, I don't have any kids yet. I mean, but I do plan on having some, and I plan on being able to make sure that I'm in tune to what's going on currently, so that I can have engaging conversation with them, but also kind of draw them in with some of the stuff that I came up on myself.
How do you guys feel about? I'm going back a few generations, not a generation or so here, but radio used to be so much more diverse. How do you guys feel about like a station just one focus on one type of music? Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Yeah, it seems like a lot of stations are really kind of dying down, right?
Yeah.
It used to be, I think that started in the 80s where you started seeing certain rock stations, late 80s into the 90s, rock stations kind of started disappearing little by little, and then rock stations kind of became classic rock stations, the ones that were left, and then those started disappearing. And now, the last maybe 10 or 15 years, R&B stations are now disappearing. So it's really kind of revolving around maybe pop music and rap music.
Top 50.
And right, so it's obviously not a good thing, because you're really losing a lot of, whether you like rock or whether you like R&B or whether you like country, whatever the case may be, you're losing a lot of history and a lot of maybe what your parents were connected to, but now you're not really going to have that exposure.
Yeah, the diversity that's so soon.
The diversity, you're just not going to have it.
That's the very thing I talk about all the time when I talk about. I mean, we can have that discussion across the board when we talk about music in general, but I mean, specifically being a hip hop artist, I remember growing up where you could have a Tupac "Keep Your Head Up," which was a socially conscious song, back to back with a Big Papa by Notorious B.I.G., which was more like women, kind of talking about being flossy with the women, for lack of better words, you know what I mean? And I feel like radio at that time was about breaking new artists and new records, and it just fucks the whole game up full scale, because now they're just playing the same music redundantly, and now you hear people constantly just literally turning away from music genres, particularly, again, in hip-hop. I hear so many people who are in my age group who are just like, I'm done with listening to hip-hop. And
Too
it's
much
like,
of the same thing.
And so the irony to it is that now we have all this technology with the internet, and we have the ability to go seek these new artists. But now, on the other hand, you're dealing with the oversaturation of everybody's doing everything. Everybody's a drummer. Everybody's a filmmaker. Everybody's a hip-hop artist or whatever. So now, how do you separate the good from the bad? So you're dealing with all these different elements, and people are just like, I don't want anything to do with it. I'll dust off the old cassette tapes, the old records, the old CDs. And just listen to some of that classic stuff that I was up on.
Cassette
Right?
Listen,
I want
that's
that.
the era I come from.
I'm getting that today. I've never seen that. I'm getting that today.
Well, we're going to separate the good from the bad right now. We're going to see SoSoon in action in this great video. Check it out.
All right.
You know what it is, right? Yes. So ready to rock. Thank you very much, y'all. Now, artists in position for overthrowing the system. Choose a post and souls focused on the mission. We hit them with rocks and lick up a shot. Protesting the aggravation came the legend of pop. In the underground, we don't seek your acceptance. And plead for the legends, for seed calls for justice. Travels of extended latitude. Never ask the food, I'm shooting Willie's free. I mean, it's what I have to do. Premonition came so soon. I go blessed by tomorrow. I couldn't help but smell and sweet sorrow. Unlocking channels and disposed Bibles. Terror and heights, high as rival. Believe I see hostile. Shared oxygen for idols. So calls for rock him alive. Even God is all what I do. Disagree, please. We let freedom break. Watch you shift the paradigm. Now in the presence of kings. Cross with your cross, visualize. Then use your mouth. If you see fake hip hop, go ahead and pour it out. To me, it's all the same. Bring your brains. What you talking about? Talking about change. Stop being the change you talk about. Visualize, then use your mouth. If you see fake hip hop, go ahead and pour it out. To me, it's all the same. Bring your brains. What you wanna say? Stop talking about change. Stop being the change you talk about. This is funeral music. Please do not confuse it if you do it for music. Listen to the trumpet, trumpet, you choose it. Now listen to the next crack in between the nooses. This is the solution, a mad execution for those who've been abusing the culture that I ruined. If you keep kicking in the door with the stupid, I'm shooting first. Now worry about the whole improvement. This is the recruitment, it's cowboys. If you down, read around high noonish. I'ma be cool and wear a fresh patch of your plus 11 and a reference to this is retribution, this is not some little with a little red, fresh out of jail pieces not producing. This is for the coonin', the coolest, lucid. If you're looking for a change, it's anywhere that's SoSoon and Johnie. Visualize, then use your mouth. If you see fake hip-hop, go ahead and point it out. To be yourself the same, bring your brains what you want to stop talking about change, stop being the change you talk about. Thoughts with your thoughts, visualize, then use your mouth. If you see fake hip-hop, go ahead and point it out. To be yourself the same, so arrange what you want to stop talking about change, stop being the change you talk about. Change that is bound to come from the sound of my nose, blood in my veins, and the sound of my drum. You violating the formative stages. Where's the people trying to distill in the formative stages? I apologize, I raised to the basic execution of a chop. If there's a fusion with sacred, I can understand the alterations, but it's so augmented. The authentic has now become adulterated. You won't be exaggerated if all you are is product basement. The bait and switch, a product to the product pitch. With every promise statement, I promise them in the posture. As the posture's a match shape of the constellation of the stars. That is binary, this is wiring. Fuel necessary to take a light on my tired wrist. Three sharp tongues broadcast from the top rung. I'm at the pop drum, listen to the drum comes. Watch with your thoughts, visualize, and use your mouth. If you see fake hip-hop, go ahead and point it out. Say, rearrange what you want to stop talking about change, stop being the change you talk about. Watch with your thoughts, visualize, and use your mouth. If you see fake hip-hop, go ahead and point it out. To me it's all the same, rearrange what you talk about. Stop talking about change, stop being the change you talk about. Make some noise for SoSoon. Make some noise for Ron and Britt. The British is coming. Yeah, make some noise.
All right. So we are back with SoSoon. Tell us who you were performing with, and also tell us how the listeners, how the viewers could get in touch with you.
That was a song called Be the Change, and it was with two other artists named Prim Rock and I'll say Willie Green. Willie Green is the producer of the record.
I know Willie.
But Prim Rock and Warren Britt. Warren Britt was the first verse, I was the second. Prim Rock, whose song it is technically, was the third verse or whatever. In terms of how you can get in touch with me, my website is SoSoonmusic.com. That's where you can find my first album, The Bandwagon Director's Cut. Came out in 2010. I still think it's a classic, but you know, I'm biased, obviously.
I agree. I agree. It's a classic.
I'm on Twitter at Sir SoSoon, Facebook me SoSoon. Shout out to my group MI6. We are MI6 on Twitter. Oh, and Instagram, since that's what all the folks are doing now. You can find me at SoSoon on Instagram also. So
there you go. And Johnny, not only are you a great percussionist, you produce and sell beats. Tell the listeners a little about that and how they could get some from you.
I do have some beats, and I do drum recording services and producing and just engineering. I've got a website that's loftybeats.com. It's spelled Lofti beats, loftybeats.com. And there's connections for Facebook on there and email. You can reach out. I've got some MP3s on there that one of them's got my guy, Mr. SoSoon on.
I hope it's not that silly freestyle.
It's totally the silly freestyle. It's UNP, a freestyle from last year. It's still kicking, man.
Put Connects up there.
Well, come on, we got to finish it out and we'll put it up. And so you can reach me at loftybeats.com. I also write. I just had a few articles published by a website out of the UK called scribble.com, SCRIBOL.com. It's actually new.scribble.com. And it's under Johnie Loftus, and you can check out some of my writing there as well.
There you go.
And we I'm sorry, real quick, Johnny and I are also working on a project together, collaborative project, which will be primarily live music, my first live music project endeavor. Wow. It will be, right now we'll call it The Office. It's loosely based on my experience working a day job for a particular company. We don't like free promotion, so I won't say the company. And it wasn't a bad experience, but I'm not giving free promotion. So,
They don't need the promotion.
Exactly, they do not need it at all.
We need the promotion.
Exactly.
So yeah, it'll be primarily a live music endeavor, just loosely based on the shenanigans that go on in an office on a day-to-day. And yeah, we just had a follow-up conversation moments ago that confirmed that it is going to be in full swing. So definitely be on the lookout for that.
When about? A few months from now, or it's hard to say, right?
Right now, we're in such a baby stage right now. Like, I definitely have the format of the project down. Just got to get the storyline tightened up.
Yeah.
And then we'll just create the music around the song concepts, write them and record them.
Great.
So
Try to get it before Christmas, I would think.
that's not happening.
Yeah. Well, speaking of live music, we're going to hear SoSoon and Johnie Loftus right after this brief timeout. Don't
Yeah,
go anywhere,
yes.
folks.
Welcome to Formula Auto Wash, where every day is a great day for a car wash. Open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. till 5:30 p.m. Sundays 8 a.m. till 4 p.m. Detailing packages for every budget, starting out at $29.99. 100% hand wash and detail centre. Hog's hair and microfiber brushes and mitts. Proudly using Ecolab Blue Coral soaps and waxes. Formula Auto Wash has served the community for over 30 years. Senior discounts all day, every day. Ladies' Day Wednesday, $3 off any wash. Early bird discount Monday through Thursday till 9:30 a.m. Check out our website, formulaautowash.com.
For nearly a decade, Evan Ginzburg's Legends Radio has featured interviews with the greatest names in the arts and sports. Heard worldwide at legendsradio.net, the program has featured these great musical legends: Ray Manzarek of The Doors, Billy Corgan of Smashing Pumpkins, Judy Collins, Roberta Flack, and many more. Stars from movies, TV, and comedy have included Jenny McCarthy, Wayne Brady, 30 Rock's Judah Friedlander, Shelley Berman, Jackie the Joke Man Martling, David Allen Greer, and Paul Mooney. Stars of pro wrestling and MMA include Bruno Sammartino, Rowdy Roddy Piper, Superstar Billy Graham, and Frank Shamrock. Co-hosted by renowned journalist Dr. Mike Lano, Legends Radio is heard Wednesdays 7 p.m. to 9:20 p.m. Eastern Standard. We are archived 24/7 with hundreds of hours of classic interviews. Legends Radio also features the best in indie music, showcasing talent deserving wider exposure.
Brooklyn, baby, don't forget the gravy. We are soldiers.
You missed the birth of your mother and father. Don't you dare miss Evan Ginzburg's Legends Radio.
Hi, I'm Steve Ludwig. When I was 52 years old, I had quintuple open heart bypass surgery, and I wrote a book about it. It's called See You in CCU. Apart from having my rib cage sawed apart, I experienced temporary loss of memory, depression, and sleepless nights in unbearable pain. A lot of people might think there's nothing funny about that, but I think it all depends on how you look at it. See you in CCU.
Are you planning an event and want to include entertainment, but you're not sure where to turn? Act1Entertainment.net has provided over 1,500 events with quality, affordable live entertainment at private parties, corporate affairs, festivals, bike rallies, and more. Act One will fit into your budget. They're friendly, reliable, and do all the legwork for you. They take all major credit cards. Log on to Act1Entertainment.net for a free, no-obligation price quote, or call 631-758-3505 for a brochure. You'll be happy you did.
Like so many people, are your finances tight lately? Afraid to open your mail or even answer your phone? Well, take heart. You don't have to live like that. If you're 62 or older and own your own home, you can join the thousands of folks who have used safe and effective government-insured reverse mortgages. The government-insured reverse mortgages from Long Island's Senior Reverse Network allow you to stay in your home and turn equity into tax-free cash. Our government-insured reverse mortgages can eliminate mortgage payments, credit card balances, or just improve your lifestyle. Do yourself a favor and solve these problems now. Call the Senior Reverse Network, and our advisors will answer all of your questions about our reverse mortgage programs. We've helped scores of senior Long Island homeowners like you who now enjoy a worry-free retirement. Get the financial security and peace of mind you've dreamed about. Pick up the phone and call us at the Senior Reverse Network now to set up a free consultation.
Call 1-800-985-REVERSE. That's 1-800-985-7383.
One resident describes her horrifying experience when she first realized the complex was on fire.
I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Well, I woke up to go give me a cold pop. Then I thought somebody was barbecuing. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing. Jesus, I ran for my life. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Jesus, 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 it's a fire. Oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Jesus, 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 Jesus. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that.
We call this one bobbleheads. If you live in the city and you commute back and forth to where you gotta go, then you know about this. It's like this.
It's a long way from here to where I'm going, so I'ma plug in, tune down the star zone. I don't care about the panhandling or the homeless, I just wanna plug in, tune down the star zone.
Hey, allow me a moment of your time. I'm hoping you don't mind. From the moment I arrive, all I hope is I survive between the slowness of the ride and uncontrollable run in my mind. All I hear is engine numbers down and low. Looking inside from outside of NY, beneath the
Inside of a movie with Tubi.
On the inside of ride daily. It feels more like a
game. Call of Duty.
It's so plug in.
Tune down. Tune down.
Headphones and got sweet juice now. AC, so it's drinking sound. And my beat trading, it's just a super sound. But your musical, being cool, being the best. While the elderly standing in the nation.
Squawk.
Some are wild, some are dead, some are blue, some are red. Sometimes the no shine underground for bobble.
It's a long way from here to where I'm going, so I'ma plug in, tune down the star zone. I don't care about the panhandle start zoning. And so we plug into them. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? Side nod, iPod, horse, divorce, thoughts, from the outer world. Of course, minor loss. I get off when I get off, it feels like a release. From down out of the bells to the belly of the beast. Peace to the money hungry junkies, yet somewhere in the clouds, I bet God makes it funny. We don't want to hear or think ministers. Goes, yo, Cinderella, I will want and we next. Kids with the sword, teams, scenes. It's a long way from here to where I'm going, so I'ma plug in, tune out and start zoning. I don't care about the panhandling or the homeless, I just wanna plug in, tune out and start zoning. And so we plug in, you know what I'm saying, what I'm saying. Fuck the Mexicans who playin' all that mariachi shit. Fuck the drummers who just wanna show you what a hot beat is. Fuck the bums, I can't stand their illegal panhandling. And fuck the noisy kids, I can't handle it. It's a long way from here to where I'm going, so I'ma plug in, tune out and start zoning. I don't care about the panhandling or the homeless, I just wanna plug in, tune out and start zoning.
Well, Ricky, you've got to listen.
I don't care how much money I gotta spend. Got to get back to my baby. I don't care how much money I gotta spend. My baby stuck with me a little.
So wait for the stage, for the wall, for this all, for the days in the days, by the face that was all, for the days in the days, was the days, for the knowledge, for the I receive a praise from a page, from a power. Every explains this communication to me. Every moment,
I know you got a show, but it feels like a century. Show some empathy, baby, I am all alone.
Yep.
I did it. I did it. Came home ready to drink all the
Wishes, this is something out of nothing. This is kindred spirits in love with loving, living, no false impressions, no inception. We are God's puppets. So if you cut her strings, then cut mine too. If it's her time, make sure it's my time too. Shine with the stars for the time with your treasures at your holy table, God. No pressure. I will be your ace, your king, and your gesture. You will be my queen of principles of pleasure. I will be born for a while, for now, rest up. I gotta get back. 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 I said I gotta get back.
Slow it down a little bit. Still for the ladies. This one's called Forbidden Fruit. It's about wanting somebody or something I can have. Inside of the drums for a little bit. Sweeter than the apple at the
Top of the tree.
Eve's temptation in the garden.
Eden.
They take the skins, got the
How could it be?
and the light brothers take no problem.
If you're eating,
This is the word that the Lord God speaking. But if this is the gift,
I don't wanna believe him. Call me a heathen. Deserve to be treated with respect and sweetness. Neglecting reckless beatings. Caresses and sweetness. Lesions, bruises. For a dude like me to move in, intruding. Certain elements forbid me. Certain elements forbid me. What am I supposed to do when I can't get close to you? When the world won't let me be alone with you, and all I really wanna do is be holding you. What am I supposed to do when I can't get close to you? When the world won't let me be alone with you, and all I really wanna do is be holding you. James,
ever since we were little playing big games,
you had a glow about you.
I do things that nobody else would know about you.
You had a thick frame, and having a thick frame wasn't a big thing. Plus I couldn't even kick game.
This mistake was more like assembly. All this instant for this game.
Still, I was there when shit hit the wind blades often.
Wars like horses, talk with walking corpses.
Despite all of my cautions,
I can smell asses from here to Massachusetts. When you needed love, he just wanted something.
screw it, Cupid,
The dumb blind,
stupid.
cause now we're born something that will cause
Confusion, seclusion,
It's my only
conclusion.
Must refuse photographs to help defeat the illusions. Delusions of grandeur.
Damn her. She represents what it is to love, and love is a hell of a drug.
Stronger than your body, combined to make it six without
You just can't survive.
Remember words love stronger
Than being alive in that Sunday's dress. It's a heathen's disguise.
With that seed on the tree that I'm feeding the cloud. Is that apple that he just got me questioning
What I need in my life. What am I I supposed to do when I can't get close to you? When the world won't let me be alone with you, and all I really wanna do is be holding you. What am I supposed to do when I can't get close to you? When the world won't let me be alone with you, and all I really wanna do is be holding you. Pain is love and love is painful.
When you're searching above for the love of angels, the
Mental seduction,
which turns into
gentle touching.
one side of the mind saying
We ain't supposed to be here,
but this thing called love is gonna like you to see clear.
so we stop, we drop the subject.
Brush it away, never to speak of it.
Loveless,
And not significant of it.
through the suffering, stuck
With the repercussions, the more time passes, these discussions get lost in the air like
PC corruption.
Now being 30-something,
Part of me sees,
but the other part still wondering
where we would have been if God's word wasn't legible.
somewhere it was written.
All fruit was edible. What am I supposed to do when I can't get close to you? When the world won't let me be alone with you, and all I really wanna do is be holding you. What am I supposed to do when I can't get close to you? When the world won't let me be alone with you, and all I really wanna do is be holding you. What am I supposed to do when I can't get close to you? When the world won't let me be alone with you, and all I really wanna do is be holding you. What am I supposed to do when I can't get close to you? When the world won't let me be alone with you, and all I really wanna do is be holding you.
You can pause that. We are done. My name is SoSoon, SoSoonMusic.com, LoftyBeats.com. That's how you find us. Shouts to Evan Ginzburg, Steve. Thank you.